Oh, it's recording.
Oh, it's recording?
Yeah.
Do we want to start the episode?
Yeah, sure.
What is this show?
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
What is Ear Swap?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's Ear Swap.
It's Ear Swap.
Okay. We're here.
We're here in Ear Swap land. This is the land of Ear Swap. And in the land of Ear Swap, there's no rules.
There's no rules.
No regulations.
There's no official start times or anything.
No.
We just kind of do stuff.
And then talk about stuff.
Let me put it on the internet. Some people listen to it.
Yeah, Greg. We're going to shout out Greg.
Our number one fan.
Our number one fan. Greg and Nadia, thank you for watching.
Yes.
We appreciate you in the comments every
Good
episode.
old Greg.
Greg's always there.
I didn't even look to see what he posted on this one.
He said sup nerds or something like that on episode 5.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sup, nerds. I got here super early per usual. Once again, the edits are killer. We'll have to listen to both of these because I haven't listened to either of these records.
Ooh.
Thanks for the...
Throwing out some new music, baby.
Oh.
So, with this episode, I mentioned a couple episodes ago, I was like, man, I want to get buttons made that say, I'm the dick for me, Chayne
I'm
Sturgeon.
the dick for me? Yeah. Did you design it or did you make them?
I made the one that I actually did. So I have 10 of them.
I just put a picture up on
Yeah,
this
you'll
thing.
see it. But I got that for you, Shane.
Hell yeah. I'm going to wear this.
Yeah, I have 9 more that you can buy it.
And wear it to work. And
yeah, please wear it to work. They can be like, sir?
Mm-hmm.
I have 10 of them, so I'm going to sell them on earswap.com, $100 a piece. Limited edition merchandise. I'm the dick for me, Chayne Sturgeon button.
I don't think we have earswap.com.
No, we don't. We'll have to snag that at some point.
Does anybody have it?
I don't know. You can look it up. I'm actually kind of scared to look.
It says not secure.
Earswap.com.
Nothing.
Yeah, so we can get it. It's up for sale.
Cool. Nice.
Should it be earswap.com or earswappod? I feel like earswap.
Earswap.com if we can get it. Yeah, that'd be good.
I should buy the domain right now.
We should probably talk about some
Oh, yeah, we should talk about music.
What episode is this? We're on episode 8?
8.
Episode
8.
8. Yeah, by the time this airs, I'll be a married man.
Yeah, you will be a married man.
But right now,
he's still
single.
Still single. Single.
Not single. But yeah, you know what I mean.
He's still single.
Unmarried.
That's right. So, episode 8.
Yep. So, for this one, I picked for Wakinyan to listen to Power, Corruption, Lies by New Order.
And then I chose Chayne Spiderland by Slint.
Chayne Spiderland?
Chayne Spiderland?
Yeah.
I chose Chayne. I need to drink more coffee.
Yeah, this is a weird... I mean, they're all weird, but
yeah.
This is like I feel like it's a sleepy episode.
It is a sleepy episode. We'll get through there. Once this coffee is finished, we'll be okay.
Yeah, we should have drank the coffee before the show.
Yeah, you just want to jump into it, so you're going to see us going through a coffee ride.
Yes.
Also, we have a lot less makeup on this episode, too.
Thank God.
Thanks for watching the Halloween episode.
I imagine the makeup will probably come back or something.
Yeah, the makeup shall return.
That was gross.
That was gross.
It took so much work to get that off my face.
Oh, dude, my eyes hurt so bad trying to get that shit off. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I had to take a shower. Full-fledged. You have to get in the shower and fucking just get the whole thing off.
Go at it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. What a great show this is.
What a good show. All right, so walk in.
Yes.
What did you think of New Order's Power, Corruption, and Lies?
New Order, Power, Corruption, and Lies. Okay, so I've listened to Joy Division in the past. That's been one I think almost everybody on the earth has heard.
If you haven't listened to Joy Division, go listen to just anything they've released, honestly.
They're kind of like essential listening if you're a music person. Like everybody knows Joy. Everybody's got the fucking shirt, the Joy Division shirt.
More people will have the shirt than know who the band is.
Yes. I go up to people and I say, name 3 songs.
I do that to Scruggs every time she wears a Me Without You shirt.
Oh, you're just like...
That I work with. And I'm like, name 3 songs. And she's just like, leave me alone.
Name their B-sides.
She's always like, butt, dick, balls. I'm like, nope.
Nope. So this album, New Order, Power, Corruption, and Lies, was a good listen. it's got that style of guitar playing. I couldn't shake it. It's a very 80s style post-punk new wave, wave, more like guitar playing that you see a lot in like the Cramps and the I don't know, it's like this really westerny riffy. It's very riffy.
It's very riffy, yeah.
And it's like these just few notes and it's just like this kind of dancey thing. I love it, you know.
Yeah.
It definitely brought me back to some records I've listened to. Very like Gang of Four kind of has some stuff like that every now and then, but the whole album's kind of like that. And I'd say also that LCD Sound System is heavily influenced by New Order.
Okay.
After listening to this.
I haven't listened to LCD. I mean, I know like the hits, but that's about
right. Like Ultraviolence was the song for me. I was like, this sounds like LCD Sound System sounds like New Order, but like that was like, whoa, this is very LCD Sound System like. My only qualm with this record, I think all of the songs are too long. I think they go on for way too long.
Yeah, they're kind of. They're supposed to be kind of dancey,
and that,
so I think that's probably why.
And that's exactly what I thought, because Prince did the same thing.
Yeah,
he always did these big outros because it's supposed to be like dance to.
Yeah.
So maybe if I was dancing in a club somewhere listening to New Order, I'd be okay. But I thought some of the songs are too long just for me for listening's sake, because I remember looking at the track listing and being like, oh, it's 8 songs and it's 42 minutes and 35 seconds long. I was like,
I just want to say you suggested a Slint album to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Which is 6 songs
and
39:33.
Okay.
So
I'm eating my words
saying
right now.
You're a hypocrite.
I'm a big hypocrite. Caught on camera. Hypocrite. I don't know. I thought it was good. I liked Ultraviolence. I'd say was my favorite song.
Okay.
I think Ultraviolence, Your Silent Face. I like 586. That's a good one. Age of Consent's great. That's one of their most popular songs.
Excellent.
So that was like really good song. I liked most of them. We All Stand has a cool like fretless bass thing going on in there.
Yeah,
I really like that.
That's the only song I get tired of on the record, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's an odd choice for a second song.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit with the rest of them. It's slower, and it's just I don't know. It's kind of got like that ambiguous, like, oh, he's kind of talking about like war.
Yeah.
But what's he actually saying? And it's like, I don't know.
War.
And then just kind of like,
what is it good for?
That's the one that I feel like goes on too long. But
yeah.
And I mean, it's a good song. It's got that cool bass line. Hook. Old Peter Hook just can rip out bass lines.
Can just rip.
Which that's one thing that carries over from Joy Division a lot, I feel, is the bass lines. Like they're very, you can see the progression straight through. Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they were in Joy Division. It's so Joy Division-y, but obviously without Ian Curtis. But I thought it was a good record. I think it's definitely of the time, but it's very, very influential on...
I think that's why I picked it, is because it's like a classic record. Like, it's like, you got to listen to this at one point.
Yeah. I was talking to Tristan today at work, and I was like, yeah, Chayne recommended me Power Corruption Lies. I've never heard. He's like, you've never heard that record? And I was like, no.
That's kind of where I was coming from.
And that's the theme of this episode. Yay! But yeah, I thought those were good. Ecstasy was good. Leave Me Alone. I didn't really like fucking like have anything that I was like, that's a great great capture. I don't know why. I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know why I could not really fully get myself to get into this album.
Okay.
I think it's which I usually love shit like this. And I've listened to this album like 5 or 6 times.
You love new wave stuff.
I do.
You love like Tears for Fears, and which are kind of poppier.
Kind of poppy.
Yeah.
But I think it's maybe I don't know. I think maybe it's I can't pinpoint what the fuck it is that I could not like really grasp on it. I loved Ultraviolence. That was a song that I was the first song I listened to, and every time I re-listened to this record, I was like, that's my favorite song.
Okay,
for sure.
Your Silent Face is that for me, except for that one noise. Do you know which one it is? It happens twice in the song, once at the beginning, once at the end, and it's that weird like almost sounds like a melodica or something, and it was used a ton in the 80s. By bands I don't really like. There's bleep, 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 bleep.
Oh, yeah.
Like, go forward. Forward. That.
Oh, I nailed it. Oh, yeah.
I hate that sound. It sounds like a
80s thing.
fake harmonica or something.
Yeah.
Like, what is that thing? It pisses me off.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know what that is.
And I love that song. And if they would just have not put that in, I would have loved it even more. But still, it's my favorite New Order song.
Really?
Yeah, that one's... I think it's because what it's about and like the lyrics, I think, is what gets me. But I like the sound of it, too. Because that one's... On this record, it's the one that's most obviously about Ian Curtis, which... Those of you listening at home, Joy Division was the influential band we talked about. Lead singer Ian Curtis, he had like epilepsy and some other things, and he killed himself.
Yep.
And then that band, New Order, grew out of the former members of that.
Of Joy Division, yeah.
It's really sad, which a lot of this record is really sad, but it sounds happy and dancey. So.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot of like. I think the album title is very fitting for all the lyrics. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, I also the production on it's really clean. It's very, very clean, very sparkly to me. But still has that like super 80s digital thing, which a lot of people talk shit on that. But I think the 80s are cool because everybody was trying out so much digital technology and all this new shit.
And this was 1981. You didn't.
Right, that's
early. That's pretty early for this.
That's
kind of
early.
Stuff. Yeah,
you know this is kind of like a really fucking cool. I'm kind of curious what instruments they used. I'm gonna look that up because I was really curious what kind of basses they were using. Instruments. Let's see if there's even a thing for it.
Even on like the Joy Division records, they were like experimenting so much. I know there's one song that I think it's what song is that? But they use like a aerosol can to spray. I should know this, but I don't. I think it's She's Lost Control. The intro to She's Lost Control. Like you can hear the aerosol can spraying.
Huh? Really?
Mm-hmm. There's a really great like biopic about Joy Division, about Ian Curtis.
Oh, really?
Called Control. It's excellent.
Control, Pedro the Lion.
Control by Pedro the Lion. Yes.
Shout out, episode 2.
I just burped into the microphone. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I feel like I get burpy every time we start filming.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's all this coffee we're chugging.
Okay, so it says heavy use of synthesizers, but that didn't tell me what. Here, what synthesizers did New Order use on? Thank you. All right, let's see. An Oberheim DMX drum machine and emulator sampling keyboard. And they again employed... Oh, hey, there's like a whole fucking thing on this.
That's cool.
Okay. We were left alone with our own sound. I'll accept all the cookies for this website. So this was the... I didn't look into this much. Was this the first album after Ian Curtis died?
No, I think it was the second one.
Second one? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. We got more singing, especially in the studio. I think the singing's really cool. Mm-hmm. It's very cool, and they're very sparse with the singing. Like the first half of the record's very much more vocal heavy, and then the second half is definitely not. But I think it's really cool that they kind of did.
Oh, this was maybe 83. I'm getting different numbers on different.
It says released May 2nd, 1983. Recorded October to November 1982.
Okay, 83, not 81.
That's right. That's right, baby. Oh, hey, look at this. Look at this. Okay, listen to this. Perhaps more significantly, Power, Corruption, and Lies longevity has since been assured by its influence down the decades. Its DNA easily detectable in key releases by artists as diverse as LCD Sound System, Hot Chip, and Daft Punk.
Okay.
So, LCD Sound System, I picked up on that one.
Hot Chip is a weird band.
I've never listened to Hot Chip. No.
I really only know them through their music videos, which are insane.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I'll send you one of those later. It's great. There's like a... there's like a floating head that's like zapping people. So
okay.
It's cool.
Cool. So also my other question is, how do you feel... Because this record has a bunch of releases...
Yes, I was actually just gonna mention something about that.
Because how do you feel about like remasters and people going through and releasing records with demos and remasters and alternate mixes? How does that make you feel?
It really depends on the record. Like, Because this one I don't think needed it. And it's weird, like the American cassette release and the American CD release, they put Blue Monday like right in the middle of the record. It's track 5.
Right.
Which is weird. And then they had another song at the end called The Beach. Which I don't know The Beach at all. Blue Monday is their biggest song, though.
Oh yeah, for
like
sure.
Everybody knows Blue Monday. But it's just like there's so many of them. Like maybe do one 10-year anniversary collector's edition, something, add some extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Put it at the end. Don't put it in the middle of the record.
Yeah.
But then there's like stuff like that Iggy Pop album that he mixed, and then David Bowie mixed another version of it.
I think that stuff's cool.
That's pretty cool. They kind of both sound like shit, though. Have you listened to those?
Mm-mm.
They don't sound good. Let me see which one.
Because do you think they're money grabs for re-releases?
I think it depends on the band there too. Like
because
the Slint album also had a collector's edition.
It does,
and I don't know. That came out way later, didn't it?
Yeah.
So if it's a re-release, that's kind of like, is a re-release a money grab? Like,
yeah. I mean, no matter what,
yeah.
The music industry is a money grab.
Yeah.
But I always feel like sometimes they do like pointless remasters. I would think a very good example of this is the fucking Beatles. They have been remastering and remixing their fucking albums for so long. And like the remaster for Abbey Road they did in 2019 wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like it didn't sound great.
It's like the Star Wars edits.
Yeah,
like,
it's
like, why are you
exactly
doing
like,
this,
it's like
man?
just leave it how it fucking was, because that's how we know the records and we know the mix. But I guess they can be cool sometimes.
Okay, the band August Burns Red, I don't know if you've listened to them ever. They're like a metalcore band. But when they first started recording, like they weren't huge, so they had like, you know, they were getting what they could afford out of the recordings. They've gone back and remastered and I think re-recorded some of their older records, and they sound great.
Oh.
So, and I mean, nowadays that's like they put that up on Spotify, and it's like you can pick either one you want to listen to.
Yeah.
So, and I think that cleaned it up a lot, and it did more what they wanted to do, but didn't have the ability to do.
Yeah.
So,
I think they can be good. I just find that sometimes I don't know how much fans want to listen to that. Like, even with bands that I love, I really don't give too much of a shit about the instrumental version of a song or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they come out, like on the 2020 Definitive Edition bonus tracks one, there's like writing session recording, which could be cool. And then you have instrumental rough mix, John Peel session outtake, New York demo number 1, 1983.
you don't need that shit.
It's like you have this whole record filled with parentheses around every fucking song that I'm like, I kind of just want to listen to the record as it was when it came out at the end of the day. Like, I think bonus tracks are cool if there's like bonus B-sides or something, but other than that, I feel like re-releases sometimes can be just like too much. It's like sensory overload.
You know what band didn't do that? Pale Horses by Me Without You. That record, like the appendix or whatever they called it. That's a first issue. That's how it came out.
That's cool as fuck.
So they just released an album and then like another album with extra songs.
That's really cool.
At the same time. Very cool.
Because everybody does that like a couple of years down the line when they were like, hey, we need to... And I think it is cool for fans. I think it is cool for fans to, if they want... I don't know. If anybody...
I need to stop bringing up that band.
Hey, you love them. I bring up Prince and the Chili Peppers all the time. Everything comes back to them.
True.
But if you listen to re-releases and like, how do you feel about re-releases? Because I have felt so like indifferent and weird about them, and I have records over there that are re-releases that have bonus tracks or whatever. Yeah. Like the Soundgarden Super Unknown one has an extra song that they always wanted to put on there and shit like that. But I don't really like give that much of a fuck about them.
I'd rather have like if it was released on like a shitty vinyl, I'd rather just have like a 180 grain, like just like a nice copy of it.
Right.
I'd much rather have that. Yeah.
And I understand like a vinyl remaster because that needs it, because most vinyls do. You usually have a mix and a master 4 when you press vinyl. But like I find that I think some eras of music need remasters.
Okay.
The 80s being every now and then, the Loudness Wars in the late 90s, early 2000s, absolutely. And there's some records that need remastered still. Californication by the Chili Peppers is mastered like shit. It is so loud and so compressed.
Mm-hmm.
If you put it into an audio file, it's clipping.
All
There's
the
no
way.
dynamic range. It's horrible. We'll have to have a whole thing on that. Oh, that shit fucking frustrates me.
Oh, and it was also Raw Power by Iggy and the Stooges.
Oh, it was Raw Power?
Had the Bowie mix and then the Iggy mix.
That's cool. God, I haven't listened to Stooges in a while.
Yeah, they're great.
Everybody loves them.
So good. I don't know how you couldn't like them.
I know. They're super dope.
Oh, one thing, while we were talking about Me Without You, bringing it up again. What I didn't talk about that record when we had it here was how great they are at releasing things, and that that record in the lyric book had a misprint, and so they just like emailed me and they were like, "Hey, we'll send you a sticker that you can put in over that page." And so they mailed for free. They just mailed me the sticker.
Yeah, they really go through the work.
They go hard. I mean, it takes them a year and a half to get any of their stuff shipped, but it's worth it.
But it's
every
worth
single
it.
time.
Yeah.
Everything if you're looking at getting a vinyl and it's like $80, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. And I think it's cool when bands take care of fans, where it's like, hey, if you really like this shit, here's some stuff. And like, especially with Me Without You, how they did the release with extra shit already. I think that's cool. And it can even come to light if people are like, oh, I forgot about this record, and then they rediscover it and fall in love with it again. I think that can be cool.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I just don't really care all that much. But
yeah, I feel like the more popular an artist is, the more likely the studio's gonna like do these shitty cash grab things.
Yeah, because the fucking band, they don't give a shit at that point when they're made all that money. For like the Paul McCartney probably has sign off on it, but he doesn't give a shit. The dude is just eating fancy vegan food and fucking hanging out playing band on the run. So, I mean, I get it. I think demos can be cool. Like the Chili Peppers' first album, I think the demos sound better than the record on that one, personally. But I think demos can be cool. I like hearing some like early raw forms every now and then, but I don't like sit down and listen to a bunch of demo stuff.
And I definitely don't want to sit down and listen to a whole album and then listen to the demo versions of it.
Right.
Like, I'm not ever going to do that.
Right. Like, and demo's sole purpose is to just get a little bit, these days, get a better recording than your phone.
Yeah.
And have something that you can at least listen to in the car without it sounding like shit. Like, it's not mastered, it's not produced, there's none of that.
It's almost like we shouldn't be hearing some of that too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like meant for the state of creativity, which can be cool, but other times not so much. But yeah, that was the other thing, like you said before, we were like, hey, which version did you listen to?
That was annoying.
Yeah, and I was like, I just listened to the 8-song one. So I think it's a good record. It obviously has left a massive impact on music.
Definitely.
100%.
It's a highly influential album.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's been used in movies and things like that.
Yeah.
I think one of these songs was in Trainspotting.
Oh.
In the background. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen Trainspotting yet.
That's one I might make you watch sometime.
Okay.
It's rough.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
As every movie is that I make you watch.
Yes, please let me watch more horrific movies.
I just have you over. It's got a great soundtrack. If we do a non-horror movie soundtrack episode, that might be a pick.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because it's Temptation by New Order's in it, which is not on this record.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
It's got Obi-Wan Kenobi in that movie?
Obi-Wan Kenobi's in that movie, yep.
That's right.
He's very good.
Yeah. I heard they made a sequel. Is it good, too?
I liked it. A lot of people didn't.
Really?
Because it's like 30 years later or whatever, but it also is for the characters, so it just picks up where they're at in their lives, and they're still kind of being shitheads.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, I think this record's overall good. It wasn't my favorite.
Okay.
For some reason, I felt like it was gonna be, and then I listened to it and I was like,
I think this is one you're gonna come back to. I
think so too, because. And I will update people when I come back to it, because it just feels like I almost feel like I should. I never listened to it just headphones on, and I think that maybe affected my experience because it was in my car, or it was in just in my living room or hanging out. And I think I needed to just take it in and just really set aside some time. But I still feel like the songs are too fucking long.
Okay.
Because the shortest song is 4 minutes and 25 seconds. That's usually like. Yeah. Which is average, but everything else is above that. So overall good record, but
Okay.
influential. I get the impact, but I'm going to have to come back to it,
Yeah.
I think, because...
I listen to it on, like, my sound system.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the way to do it.
Yeah, and I listened to it in
you
here
listened
on
to
that.
it in
Yeah,
here.
on like
Okay.
my surround sound today and yesterday, and I was like, it's good. I almost wish I had more vocals.
Okay.
Really, I think so. I think I love the vocals at the beginning, and I kind of wish it had a little bit more.
I thought Leave Me Alone had a decent amount of lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
It's got some chunks. It's got like a longer intro and a long outro.
Yeah.
Which that's just kind of a new wavy thing, I feel like. But,
yeah. When they kind of have
Leave Me Alone. Yeah, that I liked that one a lot this listen through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the like Kraftwerk sort of. I like that era of music because it is really. There's that hilarious video of Kraftwerk playing for the first time, and everybody just half the people are super into the other people just don't know what to do because it's like I think it's like 1969
like
or something.
Ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's like super early. Like those people had to go. Like we talked about Suicide, the band.
Oh yeah, people would like throw things at them.
Yeah, like those motherfuckers had to go through so much shit so we could make this weird stuff that we make now. Like even they had to go through that shit for fucking John Carpenter to make the Halloween soundtrack. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like it was very influential.
Yeah, Alan Vega had to fight people off with a motorcycle chain on stage. Yeah, like it's crazy.
Rest in peace, bud.
Yeah.
Pave the way, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ranking wise, how do we want to rank this?
I don't know. Pick something.
Okay, let's do it by how hot your soup is.
Okay.
Is that good?
I mean, I think that might be kind of hard to get a definitive answer, but I guess we don't need that. So, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so the hottest soup is going to be like the best, right? Because you want your soup hot.
Really, man. I burned the hell out of my tongue earlier tonight.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot you had soup.
I had soup, yeah. The potatoes were so hot.
Oh, man. Okay, well, let's go by... do we do numbers again? This is hard to come up with a ranking system.
I don't know.
Let's do
we should make a list before
we should make a list of ranking systems. Anybody got suggestions, throw it at us.
Spiders.
How
many spiders?
Okay, let's do spiders. 10 spiders is great. 1 spider is terrible.
Yes.
Actually, wouldn't it be the other way around?
I don't know. Spiders are kind of cool.
I'm not scared of spiders. I ain't no bitch.
I'm not scared of spiders either.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll give it like... as soon as I close my eyes, I've seen 5.
5? You're going 5 on Power, Corruption, and Lies?
Okay.
I think you suck. I like this record a lot.
Okay.
But, that's fine. You can go 5. It's your choice.
It just didn't latch on to me. Okay. I don't know what the fuck it was. And it makes so much sense on paper that this record would be like right up my alley.
Uh-huh.
And for some fucking reason, I'm
just glad you've listened to it now.
Yeah, no, I've listened to it. I think I need to revisit it for sure. I don't know if it was just I've had a funky week or something or what.
Could be.
But
I mean,
I don't know.
That happens. Sometimes I listen to a record, don't give a shit about it for like years, and then I hear it again. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm into this.
That was my Nick Cave experience.
Okay,
and my Slint experience,
and your Slint experience,
and my Elliott Smith experience.
Okay,
and Sparkle Wars. Actually, most of my musical experiences.
You don't like at first. Okay, cool. Well, we'll see what happens.
So in a year from now,
we'll check back
when we redux Power, Corruption, and Lies. We'll be there.
All right, let's move on to Slint. Spiderland by Slint.
Spiderland.
So you recommended me this album, and I just have to say, how the hell have I never listened to this?
I'm shocked.
I love this record. I'm going to go ahead and grade it. I'm giving this 10 out of 10 spiders. This album's like perfect.
Dude.
It's exactly what I want to hear. I got halfway through the first song, and I'm like, I love this. This is exactly what I'm into. Did I just unplug my headphones?
No, you're good.
Okay, yeah, I can hear me. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I was so fucking shocked that you had never heard this record. I was like, this is one of the best records.
I had like songs like come up on on like shuffle
on Spotify,
and stuff. And it's like, in that context, it's not a good way to listen to them at all.
Oh,
not even close. A lot of their songs very long.
Yeah,
very long.
I'm talking shit.
Yeah, you're talking shit. It's a different genre though, so it's they feel different.
It's not like dancing.
Let's see. Longest song,
Washer.
8 minutes 50 seconds on Washer.
My favorite song on this album.
Dude, it's so good. I really like Nosferatu, man.
That was cool.
That one's just really cool. And like I love Breadcrumb Trail, and then it got into that and I'm like, oh yeah, this album's great.
Yeah.
They're just fucking, this is good. Such a freaking good record. That post-hardcore sound is just, it gets me every time. I love it.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
This one is one of those records that I heard it and I just was like, holy fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And they were young when they made this record too, which is even crazier.
Yeah.
There's a really good documentary on YouTube about Slint.
Okay.
That's very good and very funny and very crazy.
I probably should have watched that before this episode.
I should have sent it to you. God, I need to pick up my slack here. But this album, Breadcrumb Trail, I had heard in the Pearl Jam 20 documentary directed by Cameron Crowe.
Okay.
And I remember hearing that beginning guitar part and a part in that documentary.
Which documentary was that?
Pearl Jam 20.
Pearl Jam 20.
Which is about Pearl Jam and their 20 years they've been together or whatever.
Okay.
I used to watch it all the time when I was in high school. And Breadcrumb Trail's in there. And I remember when I heard this record, I was like, I know that fucking song. Like, what is that song from? No. And I ended up being like, oh, that's the fucking song from Pearl Jam 20. Blew my mind. And then I ended up listening to the rest of the album. My favorite song is Washer. That one is just like 8 minutes and 50 seconds, but doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't feel like
it. It really doesn't.
That song rocks.
It rocks so hard.
The guitar riff in Good Morning Captain, when everything like multiple times everything just like drops off except for this like guitar riff.
Mm-hmm.
I love that sound so much. Which you hear that. I was trying to think of what it reminded me of, and that riff is very similar to something Slow Mass did on one of their records.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And yeah, this is also another highly influential album. Like I 100%. Hear so many bands I listen to in this record.
Oh yeah,
Me Without You. I'm gonna bring it up again. Their early releases. Pull up. It's Me Without You's first EP. Let me pick a song from this.
Blood Enough for Us All.
Oh no! How'd you find that? That's not even on anything. I never said that I was brave. Blood Enough for Us All is like, yeah, honestly, I don't really like that one. Throw on even like, I don't know. We Know Who Our Enemies Are is a good one.
We Know Who Our Enemies Are.
The I Never Said I Was Brave version. Because there's two different versions of that because they re-recorded that for A to B Life.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. 14 minutes. Okay, so we need We Know Who Our Enemies Are.
Yeah. Like it's a lot like more punky and more dancey, but
wow. This is crazy.
Yeah, is that what you expected them to sound like? Yeah.
This is sick.
So when they started out, they were trying to be like a Slint style band, a little punkier. This song's a little more aggressive than I should have picked. Dying Is Strange and Hard might be a better pick.
Okay. We'll link this EP also. This is crazy.
Totally. Yeah, this is what
it's
they started out
like. Hardcore
like.
shit.
Yeah.
Straight up hardcore. Released May 17th, 2001.
Yes.
Wow, pre-9/11. Incredible. Same drummer, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Same drummer and the Weiss brothers throughout.
Wow. So. Yeah, it's like that dissonant guitar thing that Slint does all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're so good at doing that dissonant shit. Mm-hmm. And super slow, like... Yeah. But it's like every note is just chose with just the right way of doing it. I don't know how to describe it. It's so powerful, though.
For sure. Obviously, they're a little more breakdowny and heavy than Slint was, but like...
A VFW Garden City.
Yeah.
Fucking ready to slam dance.
We didn't have a VFW that we had shows at. We had an Armory.
Oh, an Armory.
And this shitty little bar. What was the name of that?
Is it still there?
No. It's not. I turned into a wing restaurant or something.
A wing
for a while.
restaurant.
I don't remember, but we had this like tiny ass little bar. Had a big, huge like fish tank behind the bar. That was cool.
That's rad. And there were shows there?
Yeah, there were all ages shows there.
All ages shows.
I was going there as like a 14-year-old. Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Hardcore is crazy.
That was very
They'll just throw a show anywhere, man.
Yeah, that was the just way off topic, but I remember going to a show there, and my friend was trying to hardcore dance, and he accidentally kicked this dude that was not there for the show. He was this drunk guy, and he got up in his face, and we were like 15, 16 maybe, and he was like screaming at him, and then there was this huge black dude we knew, just like kind of honestly just big fat guy.
Yeah,
like not really like intimidating, just because like the vast size of this dude.
Yeah.
But we kind of knew him because he was always there. His name was The Darkness.
The Darkness?
He would go by The Darkness. And he was like, hey, man, was that guy messing with you? And we were like, oh, yeah, I think it's fine. He was like, well, let me know. I'll tase him in the neck. And we were like, okay.
All right.
And we're, just little kids. Like
The Darkness got your back,
The Darkness
though.
had our back. Yeah.
I wonder what he's up to.
I don't know.
The Darkness. The
Probably
Darkness, if
still
you're
hanging out at
watching.
bars. Yeah. The Darkness. Yeah, that guy was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think on that note, this record's great.
I don't even know what to talk about with it because
it's a very emotional
I just
ride.
liked the whole thing. Yeah, it's a sad. I mean, okay. Well, right after the album was recorded, like the next day, the lead singer checked himself into a mental hospital.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's nuts. Like, I didn't mean to say that like that, but that was insensitive. But but yeah, it's like they did not tour this at all.
They and they were originally not going to put any vocals on this album at all.
Okay.
He got all of them done like in a day or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that I might be over exaggerating, but
I did have something saved. I said I didn't have any notes for this episode, but I did have
look at him.
A screenshot. All the music was recorded live with vocals overdubbed afterward.
Yep.
In no more than 2 takes and with little to no rehearsal.
Yep.
McMahon is the vocalist.
Yeah, they
Brian McMahon.
Yeah, they just kind of went for it, and I was like, that's crazy.
It worked so fucking well
for some reason. I mean, just one of those hodgepodge records that ended up coming through. Because I know you probably don't have time to listen to Tweez, which
I will go back and listen to that.
Tweez is fucking crazy too.
It was recorded and engineered by Steve Albini.
Sure was.
Interesting.
And that's like
Big Black.
Yep.
He was also in a band called Rape Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Two Nuns and a Pack Mule. That record is very, very good. He was with the drummer from Scratch Acid. With Scratch Acid, some of those members, David Yao, started Jesus Lizard. So
they're still doing the shellac stuff, right?
Shellac's still a thing, which I like. Shellac. I think Rape Man is actually like Steve Albini's best. He named it after a comic book.
A comic book, but people didn't know that.
Yeah. They played in Lawrence, Kansas.
Really?
At this old place. I can't remember. Fugazi also played there back in the day and stuff. Now it's like a strip club. But they played there, and you can't find their music on anywhere but YouTube.
Yeah.
But that shit rips,
I haven't listened to it. I've listened to Big Black, obviously, before.
Yeah,
which I don't think their stuff's on
Big Black has to be on there.
Spotify.
I wouldn't imagine it wouldn't be. Unless it's...
I had trouble finding it because I tried to look it up earlier.
Really?
Is this it? Nope. No, that's not on there. I'll have to find their stuff somewhere else, but yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't think so.
But yeah, legend in that genre, like in the punk,
Steve Albini,
alternative, noisy stuff, like
has done his thing. Also, Big Black was removed from Spotify back in May of 2022. Same thing happened to Shellac, but they're on Tidal. If you want to go to Jay-Z's streaming service Tidal, you can go to that.
Isn't the subscription for that like insane?
I don't know. I've only met like
Connor
one person
about it.
who has it. Here, let's look it up.
Let's do it. Maybe they can. Can we get our podcast on there?
Do we have our
free trial?
Is there a podcast on there?
I don't think they have podcasts.
Do they not? Huh. Hi-Fi Sound, 90 million plus songs. Start free trial, 30 days free, then $10 a month. That's like the same as Spotify.
That's not too bad.
Ad free. What's the? Oh, you get like master quality Dolby stuff if you pay $20 a month.
Oh, okay. That's more than I want to pay.
Oh, but you get direct artist payouts, so you get up to 10% of your subscription is directed to artists you listen to the most.
That's great. That's really
That's
good.
fucking rad.
That's good. I can't afford it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm poor. But yeah, so Steve Albini recorded Tweez, and then he didn't do Spiderland. He apparently wanted to do Spiderland, and then they were like, we'll go with somebody else. But yeah, I think this album...
It was recorded in 4 days.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah. And then the vocals were just like slapped on.
Brian Paulson.
His name was Robert Paulson?
His name was Robert Paulson. I don't even know if he's really done.
So this album sold only a few thousand copies within the first year. Estimated to sold 5,000 copies.
With no touring.
No touring.
No touring, nothing. Just
big old thing.
It's become legendary, and the band was done. As soon as they finished recording, the band was over.
That's crazy, man.
They did have
reunion shows
where they played it all the way through, which would have been
crazy. That was 2014.
Yeah, 14.
Because they did a Touch and Go, which is the label that releases like Big Black and all that shit. Reissued Tweez and a version of Spiderland remastered by Bob Weston, who is the bass player in Shellac.
Okay.
He also is a big engineer. He's remastering the Pile albums right now. So he remastered You're Better This and Dripping. The bonus tracks were selected by the band, include demos, outtakes, and live performance. So here's that same thing again, where they come out with something with a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
So it says written after Tweez, but before the bulk of Spider-Man tracks, Pam and Glenn, because the first album they just named them after like their parents or people in the neighborhood.
Okay.
His recording scripts contain one of the best drum sounds Albini ever achieved, were recorded during the Spiderland sessions, but failed to make the album. Interesting.
Okay.
So, I mean,
So that's kind of cool that they're giving you stuff that they recorded, didn't put on a record.
Yeah.
Also, the band was done for a long time at that point, so that you're not getting anything more.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of cool to see those things.
I don't think they'll never do anything again, I don't think. But then
I don't think so. You never know.
I don't know.
There's been some weird comebacks. So.
Tom DeLonge's in Blink-182. I would have never thought.
You're going to pay $900 to go see them?
Yeah, I want to see all the small things in some crowded stadium that sounds like shit. That sounds great.
Dude, I was never really into Blink.
Neither was I. I only liked, what was it? I Miss You?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. Used to watch the music video with my brother all the time.
Yeah. We watched that music video at my house the other day.
We did.
It doesn't sound like anything else they wrote, so that's probably why
I like it too.
I liked Angels and Airwaves as a teenager, so...
Yeah, I
thought that was more interesting, but
yeah,
they made a movie based on the Love albums that he released.
Really?
And it was trying to be 2001: A Space Odyssey, a little bit too much probably, but I remember liking it. It's been a long time, but so the album cover is just them hanging out.
I love that album cover
in a quarry, the Utica Quarry Mine. And it's interesting because they're actually, supposedly, I don't know if this was on purpose, but it looks like the Ghost Faces photograph from the infamous SS Watertown Ghost Faces photograph, which I looked up, which is like a haunting of a...
It's right here
a thing
on the screen. Check it out.
Yes, look at it. They're creepy pictures. Yeah. Ghost faces in the water, and... That's pretty cool.
Wow. Do you think that was intentional?
Yeah. So in the December of 1924, 2 crewmen of the SS Watertown were tasked with cleaning an empty cargo tank. A terrible job that the 2 men would no doubt have grumbled about. Unfortunately, due to an accident, they didn't put the N, the 2 men were overcome by fumes and passed away before before help could reach them.
Man.
There's a bunch of stuff, but there's like a picture somebody took, and there's like 2 faces in it. It's pretty spooky.
Wow.
I don't know if it was on purpose. I kind of think they were probably just...
they're just fucking around.
Just having a good swim.
They apparently took a bunch of pictures for the album cover at different spots.
Yeah, and they picked that one.
Yeah.
It's a pretty place. This
beautiful. They're from Kentucky.
Isn't
that wild?
Which, that was probably... I think I read some stuff about that being like kind of difficult. Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville.
Louisville. If you take all of all of the letters out of it. That's how you say Louisville, right?
Louisville. Louisville.
Take all the consonants out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kentucky.
All of our Kentucky fans out there.
Like, I can't think of any other bands from Kentucky. Nothing like this, like, anyway.
I don't know.
Bands from Kentucky. This is another episode of the Let's Google Shit podcast.
The Everly Brothers.
Cage the Elephant.
June of 44. That band's good. I haven't listened to them in a long time.
My Morning Jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Squirrel Bait, obviously. That's Slint. That's the...
Oh, yeah.
Audio Adrenaline.
Jet Black Orchid. Cunnilinguist.
That's a good name.
Cunnilinguist. That's good. Also, I was going to mention another thing about Slint.
Yes.
The drummer, Britt Walford, has drummed on the Breeders records.
Okay.
If you've ever listened to the Breeders, that's...
I've never listened to the Breeders.
The Pixie shoot-off there.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of them.
Yeah,
but
went off. But he was under, what do you call a name that's not...
Pseudonym.
Like a pseudonym. Mm-hmm. So nobody ever knew if it was him or not. So he would just drum on the Breeders records. So if you listen to those, couple Breeders records, he drummed on those. Nice. I can't remember which ones. New project, the Breeders, his request of... Yeah, he went under the pseudonyms Shannon Doughton and Mike Hunt. We recorded the first album, Pod. And appearing for live performances and drag to suit his stage name. So... Yeah, Walford was the unnamed subject of the Jesus Lizard song Mouth Breather from the album Goat, which describes the outcome of an episode where producer Steve Albini asked Walford to house sit for him. So this happened where Steve Albini asked Britt to watch a house, and then the house ended up flooding.
Uh-oh.
And Steve Albini went up to David Yao and said, God, I love that guy, but he's just such a mouth breather. And that's the song by Jesus Lizard called Mouth Breather, which is one of their biggest songs. Yeah.
I'm also a mouth breather, so...
Are you?
Like, in the literal sense. I just can't breathe through my nose.
Really? You got, like, a blockage or something?
Yeah, like, I probably should have had a bunch of shit taken out of my face. Like what are those? Adenoids?
Adenoids?
Yeah.
You can get those taken out?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
I probably should have.
Your appendix, for some reason, just get it taken out while you're there?
My nose appendix.
Yeah. Your gallbladder, just toss it out.
Take it out through the nose.
You're going to be shitting. As soon as you have to shit without a gallbladder, you got shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know for experience. I know from watching people without gallbladders. Well, I don't watch them shit, but I see them.
I mean, whatever floats your boat, man.
I know. I'm proud of it. So you came out the gate and said this is a 10 out of a 10.
10 out of 10.
And I gave mine a 5 out of 10.
Spiders. Yeah.
This is a heavily weighted
episode,
isn't it?
But yeah, this is going to be regularly listened to.
Cool.
I will buy this album on vinyl for sure.
It was in my hand on my record haul.
Stupid idiot.
And I had Tweez and Spiderland. They had both, and I was going to buy them both, and then I decided to buy a couple other records instead. Yeah. I think I went with the B-52s or something instead. Total different
that's
vibe.
Very different.
I know. Well, this records are like not like, hey, yeah, I'm going to wake up in the morning and put on, I could put on Breadcrumb Trail. That'd sound dope.
Yeah.
Fuck, I might have made a mistake. That's all right. That's all right.
I'm sure they'll come up. There's albums that have been re-released and stuff. So
you can find this record pretty much anywhere.
Hard, but
I feel like you go to any hip record store with some guy in his 40s working the counter, you're going to find this record.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I could probably go down to Spectrum and find this.
Yeah.
I think there's a good chance of that. Spectrum Music.
Wichita, Kansas. Or the Record Ship.
The Record Ship also. Both of those
also great
excellent
both
records.
Record stores.
Probably couldn't find this at the Gate.
No, probably not.
That's a metal record shop here in town. But
also really cool shop.
Also very cool.
Very, very.
But I don't think they'll have Slint.
Yeah. I don't know. You never know.
You never know. I was thinking of some other stuff that this album that Slint obviously influenced. Mm-hmm. You said you haven't listened to Godspeed You Black Emperor, right?
No.
Okay. That's one I'm going to pick eventually for you. Which they're more instrumentally, but just that like post-hardcore sound, like it's in there.
Excellent.
It's like I was thinking of that a lot while I was listening to this.
Yeah.
Also the snare sound in Spiderland. They had that tuned. I love it. That's like my favorite sounding of a snare drum.
The record's just recorded great.
It is, and it's recorded live, right?
Yeah.
That's man.
They rehearsed like crazy though.
I'm sure they did.
They were fucking nuts. Their parents talk about they would just be in the basement, just going and going and going and going and just never stopping at rehearsals, like crazy shit.
I used to live in a house, and my roommate Jacob, she might be watching, I don't know. They had a band called Sharon Hankies, him and Brendan.
Yeah, I
heard all of their early songs just hundreds of times. It was horrible.
It's horrible.
No, they were good. I once they started playing shows, like they sounded great. But man, living with a musician sucks.
Yeah. No,
in their practice space. If he would have had a practice space, it would have not been a problem.
Oh no, it sucks because musicians rehearse like fucking nuts, and if you're not in that world, it sucks to just hear them go over a part like 1,000 times. I know I'd hate it. I'd never live with a band ever.
It sucks.
That's why I never have.
Yeah,
I hate that shit.
But they're also now in a band called TF Bundy.
That's right.
With the boys that used to be in
my band.
Your band, Sutphin.
Our band.
Sutphin.
Suit Fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which they're putting some stuff out. Which
they are an
really
EP.
Cool.
6 songs coming out soon.
Yeah, check them out.
Talk to them today.
Yeah.
It'll be out here soon.
Hell yeah.
Tristan might have a feature on the next Morning Habit record.
I still haven't seen them live.
I haven't either.
Let's go to one of their shows. They got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be good.
Absolutely.
We'll give you a review. We'll talk shit on a local band on the.
Yeah, let's do it. Did you mean to bring them up when you were in the Burn Bundy Burn shirt?
Oh no, I didn't even make that connection at all.
That's what I'm here for.
That's not what their band name means, though.
What does it mean? I never.
So it's an acronym. Stands for Totally Fucked, but Unfortunately Not Dead Yet. It's apparently something that like the medical field, like it's slang that they have.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good band name.
It is. It's a really good band name.
Excellent. Good job.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, God, I want to.
So Spiderland fucking rocks. Go listen to that. Listen to that every day of your life.
Power, Corruption, and Lies.
I like it.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. I wouldn't give it a perfect score, but
yeah,
I do like it, and it's one of those. I feel like both of these you just have to listen to at some point. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to revisit it. Hold me accountable to that.
For sure.
Give me a couple episodes to be like, hey.
Yeah. Or just a year, like we said.
Give me a year.
You got lots of stuff.
October 17th is when we're filming this, but
it'll be out
November.
In November, early November.
Was that November 4th? This episode will be out. Happy
know.
November 4th. Hope your Halloween was great.
Looking forward to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We're going to have a Thanksgiving episode.
Thanksgiving. I don't know any Thanksgiving songs.
Neither do I. They don't exist. Also, they don't use the Oxford comma in Power, Corruption, and Lies title.
I hate it now.
That bothers me.
We're pro Oxford comma.
We are. We're pro Oxford comma, strictly.
All right. So, next episode, we're just doing a standard episode, right?
I think we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest something.
Yeah.
So, this is way different than everything we've covered so far. I wanted to just do something way different.
Okay.
So this is a rap album.
Oh.
By Clipping.
Clipping. Never heard of it.
This is called There Existed an Addiction to Blood.
Oh, I like that album.
This is a horror album. Yeah. Look at that.
Sub Pop released
It's
it.
a Sub Pop release. Yeah. This is do you know who David Diggs is?
No.
Okay, he's an actor and obviously a musician. But they do some really interesting like sampling and stuff.
Okay.
This is the only thing I really like that he does. I haven't really watched anything else.
Okay, so that's going to be an interesting.
This is going to be vastly different than everything I've told you to listen to.
That's crazy because I'm doing the same thing to you on this episode.
Excellent.
Wow, that's a. No, it looks like they Sharpied it.
Yeah, and there's actually a sequel to this record. So,
a sequel,
and it's got a very similar album cover.
Well, I'm going to recommend you a little something. This is, I had to look up how to properly pronounce this.
Okay.
It's Kali Uchis. Okay.
What the fuck is that?
This is actually a super popular record called Isolation. I have mentioned it in an episode's past. I don't know which one it was. Oh, I think it was episode 1 where I talk about Bootsy Collins.
Okay.
He is featured on this, but also Tyler, the Creator, and it was produced. The homie from the Gorillaz produced a song.
Interesting.
So a bunch of different producers on this one.
Huh.
It is a really fucking
Oh, yeah,
cool
you've
record.
talked about this record.
Yeah, it's a super cool record.
Interesting.
So
this is not something I'd pick up off the shelf.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Interesting. 2018.
2018.
So I think it's around when this one came out, too.
Is it?
2019.
Oh,
So,
hey.
Yeah, modern stuff now.
Modern stuff.
Yep,
Big old modern stuff.
Are these the newest releases that we've covered so far?
Yes, they are.
I think so.
Chris Cornell, Hard Truth was 2015, so we're even closer now with 18 and 19.
Yeah.
It Follows soundtrack was 2014, so
Yeah.
wow, this is a modern little episode.
We didn't do that on purpose, but
Nope.
we did it.
And we both picked things way out of left field.
Way out of left field. This
For
is going to
both
be a
of us.
weird listen this week, but
Excellent. I can't wait for this one.
heck yeah.
I'm excited for this. This looks cool. It's
Yeah.
already piqued my interest, and I don't know why, because it's a very simple album cover here. But cool.
It's a little
fucking sick.
surprise on the very end of that record for you.
Okay.
An 18-minute long surprise.
I'm just here bitching about how songs are too long, and you're like, here's an 18-minute song. Have fun.
I will tell you right now, you do not have to listen to all 18 minutes.
Well, no, I might.
You might.
I might if I truly
Yeah,
need
this one had a sequel called Visions of Bodies Being Burned.
Oh.
Is,
That's intense.
it's the same kind of cover, but they're teeth.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
So we might have to do a sequel to this one. But this was going to be my, if we did just like a horror album, this was going to be my pick for that.
Oh.
So just throwing it on. It's still spooky-ish season, right?
Yeah, it'll be November 11th when this next episode comes out. So
That's fine.
yeah, it's around the time. It's almost Christmas.
Mm.
For me, it's Christmas November 1st. It's already Christmas for me right now.
You're going to make me do
that
a
you're
Christmas
watching this.
album, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let you pick whatever Christmas album you want. I don't care if it's a jokey album. I don't care if it's a horrid album.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out. Yeah. So I think we should probably wrap this up.
Yep. Let's wrap her up.
Wrap it on.
Wrap her up.
Now that I've finished my coffee and I'm feeling energetic, now the episode's over.
Let's just restart.
We're gonna start over.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 8 of the Ear Swap Podcast, the podcast where we swap ears for a week. Yeah. We're gonna go. We're gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour another cup of coffee and hang
Sounds
out.
good. All right. Well, we'll catch you next week when we talk about these two weird ass records.
That's right.
And weird for us, I guess. These are probably more normal.
We're just
than
trying to be
most of the
quirky
stuff
and
that
weird.
we listen to. So
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Oh, they stuck to my head. That was gross. Right before I came over here, I watched a guy carve a pumpkin with an Uzi.